back. Something a bit different today. I'll be playing a game called Warhammer 40,000. Some of you might have heard of it. Also subscribers, most of you probably know the game, and any new people coming to the channel. This is my first game of 40k on the channel I've recorded, so my kind of style is it's more recaps. There's not many dice rolls because most of my videos have been done using remote games, so I've got used to recording without die rolls, but I'm slowly going to work them back into the game now that I can meet up with real human beings in the flesh and play games. So I thought I'd set this game up. It's basically all the stuff from the Indomitus starter set. My friend Mike, who will be playing as the Necrons today, he knows what he's doing apparently. So anything that goes wrong, you'll have to direct it right at him because I'm a novice, still learning the game. So there we go. And all 40k players, if you've ever thought of looking at historical gaming, have a look at my channel. There's quite a few videos there of it. World War II, Flames of War is a good game, so have a little look. So let's have a look at the lists we have for today. So according to Mike, the best way to do this is have the units in the box split into 2 combat patrols. So it's about 52 points power level, I believe, for the Blood Angels or Space Marines, and we are going to do power points because it's easier for me to do. Basically, we will start with 4 command points because we're using 2 points to buy another combat patrol. So the first combat patrol, we have the captain, the lieutenant, the Blade Guard veterans, the Blade Guard ancient, a squad of eradicators, a 5-man assault intercessor squad, and 3 outriders. And the captain is going to be my warlord, and his trait is Artisans of War, and I'm taking Adamantine Mantle to give me a 5+ fuel and paint, and his relic is the Burning Blade. So this is the second patrol, containing my Judicar, the Chaplain, and the other 5 Assault Intercessors. And that is a Blood Angel. So what I'm going to be doing is my secondary objectives I have taken. It is going to be Relentless Assault, Assassinate, and Oaths of Moment. So hopefully that will get me a few points. Okay, so here we have the Necrons, commanded by Mike, and they're going to be the Novak dynasty. And we have the Overlord as the Warlord, and he has the Fury Warlord trait and Blood Scythe. So in this patrol, we have the Destroyer Lord and Scorpec Destroyers with him. We have 6 Scarab Swarms, a Plasma Sight with the Destroyers, and 10 Necron Warriors. And at the back, you can see the Canoptek Reanimator. And here we have the rest. So we have the Royal Warden with 10 more Necron Warriors, and then we have the Plasmancer with his 2 Crypto Thralls. And Mike has picked Assassinate, Code of Combat, and Purge the Vermin for his secondary objectives. So here's an angle shot of the battlefield today. We're doing 6x4 just because it's a little bit bigger. It is a incursion level, and it's going to be center ground we're playing, so the objectives have popped down there. And that is it. So we have one little more feature from my channel. Feature on my Flames of War videos. This is my wife, who has been termed as the Oracle of Battle by the Flames of War community. She basically is able to predict the victors of battles before they are fought, and she has gone for the Blood Angels for this battle. And yeah, so let's see if she's right. Anyone in the South Wales area in the UK seeing this video, write a comment, let me know, hook me up for games. The more games the better, and if your armies are painted, I'll record them, and better variety, and also be good to learn stuff. Yes, so if you're about, comment, and then any other tips that I should do, any lists you think it would be fun to run. Not really looking for overly competitive, but nice themes or just fun synergies would be great. So let's get stuck into the game. Okay then, so we are deployed. So I ended up being the attacker.
but we'll see who has first turn. So I have my Outriders, Assault Intercessors and the Judicar over here. I then have the Eradicators, some more Assault Intercessors, the Lieutenant, and then everything else here. So that is the Blade Guards, the Blade Guard Ancient, the Chaplain, and the Captain. And then over here we have a unit of Warriors with the Reanimator, the Overlord is next to them, and the Scorpek Lord with the other Scorpeks and their little plasma sight. The Plasmancer and his entourage are by here, and then the remaining Necrons are here. So another warrior with the Warden and the Scarab. So we are going to be rolling to see who has first turn, and good luck, Mike.
Good luck, Rob.
And here we go. Okay, so command phase, I have gained a command point, put me up to 5, and my Chaplain has managed to get up the Litany of Hate, just in case. So we will be going into movement and seeing what I can do. Okay, so movement. Here are the Outriders. Use their turbo boost to get a little bit further up the field, and pretty much everything advancing up, trying to get towards the centre of the table. Not quite there for my secondary objective yet, but we'll see if I can shoot anything. Everything is quite far away, but we'll see. Okay, so no shooting, so we go into Necron turn 1. Okay, so we're kind of like in the middle of the movement after doing the command phase, and I remembered that the Overlord needs to do stuff in the command phase. So he's doing My Will Be Done on his unit of warriors are with him. So Mike has gained a CP, going up to 5, and we're starting to move, so we'll come back to you after everything has moved. Okay, so in the movement, the Reanimator also turned his little beam on. Because obviously that's done in the command phase, but I don't mind because Mike apparently knows what he's doing. So it's turned out that I'm reminding Mike to do stuff, and it's like, so we have no hope of getting this right. So ease off on those comments, please. Everything's moving for gun line, quite heavy on this flank actually, with plenty of units coming mincemeat Primaris stuff. So we have a shooting phase to do. So hopefully it's not going to be particularly successful. So we'll have a little look what happens. Okay, so Necrons have fired. Over here the Warriors and the Warden have fired at this unit of Assault Intercessors. The Warden didn't do anything, but the Warriors managed to down one Assault Intercessor, mainly because, what stratagem have you got up?
Oh, it's the protocol.
Oh, the protocol.
Stars.
So Vengeful Stars is up. So basically, 6s got an extra AP, and basically they got one. And then over here, these warriors fired at the bikes, and this guy is down to 1 wound. So I have a few leaderships to do, and then we'll be going into round 2. Okay, so I passed my leadership because I couldn't fail according to Mike, so I'm trusting him. And then we scored some secondary. So I got one because I didn't fail any leadership, because that is my awesome moment secondary. And Mike got one for his Purge the Vermin. Yep, so we have, I have 1 and he has 2. So we'll be going into my turn, and I might score some more from actual objectives, so that'll be nice. Okay, so command phase, Chaplain has done Litany of Hate again, and I scored 10 points because I have an objective I control here, and Mike has none, so that is 2 of the criteria. So currently I'm on 11 VP, so I'm in the lead, hooray! So we'll go into movement and see what happens. Okay, so basically I've moved, Assault Bikes moved up here, Assault Intercessors advanced, everyone advanced, apart from these guys, and these guys steady advanced, so I've started reading stuff now, so now things are really going to end badly, and these guys have moved up, and these guys are moving as well, so I actually get to do some shooting this time, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so shooting. I've managed to kill one warrior because two of them reanimated, and I didn't kill two destroyers, but one of them came back, and I was with my eradicators, and they're all good for wounds. So we're gonna try a little assault with the bikes onto the warriors and see what happens. So I only really killed one warrior.
You killed one warrior and one. I killed the destroyer.
Right. But he counter-assaulted with command point onto my poor assault intercessors, but I managed to keep my sergeant alive, and he smacked one of them up and took a couple of wounds off. But then you spent a few more cards on the warriors, didn't you? So what did you spend on them?
Right. Just to clarify, it was 2 command points for the counter-attack there. I got lucky you attacked with the bikes first. I think I may have lost a destroyer otherwise. So with the warriors, when I got a fight with them, I paid 1... You know what, I've forgotten what I did with it all now. I paid 1 for Blood Rights, which is the Novox stratagem, 1 command point. I get an extra attack in melee. And then I paid another command point for Disruption Fields, which gives them +1 strength, so I was wounding you on 4s.
And all that resulted in me losing the bike who already had 1 wound, and that's what happened. So we do have some leadership stuff to do now, so we'll do that, and then we'll see if any secondaries have been scored.
I'm just going to say no leadership.
No.
They leadership 8, and they've lost 1, which brings them down to 7. You only roll 1 dice for leadership checks, so you literally can't fail.
And the warriors who've lost 2?
A leadership 10.
Okay, and the destroyers
Also leadership 10.
Alright, so we're all learning. Okay, let's just pop out to turn 2. Okay, so we're all learning here. So, but my assault ancestors do need a leadership though, don't they?
They do, because they got absolutely minced.
Because they lost 4. So we shall roll that and find out what happens.
Yep.
Okay, so in my morale phase, basically my assault intercessor rolled a 1, which is good in this instance. So he's good, so that means I scored my Oath of Moment, and I also scored my Oath of Moment a few more times as well, because I have my dude here within 6 inches of the battlefield, and I also have, I scored, 4 VPs if more units in enemy than thing.
yeah.
So I scored 4 for these bad boys being in his deployment zone. So woohoo! So yeah, that happened. So we'll be going into my turn. No.
My turn.
No, we haven't done this yet.
We haven't done what yet?
No, we haven't finished the.
Right. No, it's fine. It's the start of your command phase. Morale phase is done.
Okay. Do I still score stuff? End of round.
End of round.
Oh no, I'll check. We'll come back to you. Okay, so I have scored 4 points so far for Relentless Assault, because that is at the end of my turn, but everything else I need to wait for because of until the start of my next turn. So we're still on turn 2, but now we're over to the Necrons. Okay, so that's movement done. The warriors have broken off, and the Overlord has jumped over the fence, and the Scarabs are moving to engage, and the Plasmaster did his thing. He did his what?
It is Harbinger of Destruction.
He did that, and someone lost a wound. Horrible. So, shooting now, which is likewise going to be quite horrible. Okay, so a lot of shooting. Main thing is a bloody tacking arrow ran off against this biker and survived. Bad guy. So yeah, that Overlord's in trouble now. In fact, this guy did the same amount of damage as basically what, a black hole.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we that happened, and then over here, basically I lost all but one of my Blade Guard veterans. I think the Warriors did the bulk of the work, didn't they?
The Warriors killed one off entirely. Magic Fingers over there mortal wounded a guy and finished him off.
And then the Destroyer Lord, who's he can't shoot very well. He's not geared up for that really. But he hit. But then this guy just shrugged it all off because that's what Space Marines do.
Yeah.
Not well this game, but most
By
of
the
the time.
power of storm shields.
Yes. Okay. So back to assaults then.
Mm-hmm.
So the long and short of it, I basically splurged 3 CPs on something that didn't really achieve anything, and that was my assault intercessor doing Honor the Chapter and Gene wrought might, and just basically Mike saved all this stuff. The Overlord only killed 1 bike, and then the bike didn't do
6
anything,
attacks,
and
2 hits,
the bike didn't do anything.
1 wound.
And then the scarabs, what did they do? Nothing.
So they charged into the Blade Guard veteran.
Yeah, and then they were hurricane intervention by a chaplain and a captain,
Yep.
who basically battered them. The captain did lose a wound.
Yes, I used self-destruction, and I rolled a 5. If I rolled a 6, he would have suffered 3 wounds flat.
Yes, and then like bad stuff happened, and a lovely word called synergy happened. Not that the captain needed it, because he did really well anyway. So that is that. And then we all have morals to do.
No.
Primaris.
Leadership 8, minus lost 2 models, so he's down to 6. You physically cannot fail.
Okay.
And everything in my army is leadership 10, and the scabs are all dead. So
And the biker is good because he's the sergeant.
yeah, so he's down to leadership 7 because you lost.
Alright, and luckily that guy died, so I can't fail my leadership, so I get points for that. Yeah. So we'll do a little points total at the end of that, and we'll see what we look in. Okay, so in terms of secondaries, I scored an additional 3 at the end of the turn from the awesome moment. So basically I got 1 VP because no one failed the leadership or fell back, and then I scored 2 because this bad boy's within 6 inches. In fact, he's right on the centre of the table, so that's nice. So that it basically adds another 7 onto my total. So what we'll do the start of the round, my turn, and see how many points I score for my objectives. Okay, so the beginning phase, basically I get 15 VPs because I have 2 objectives and more than Mike. So his current score is 33-2. This happened last time, and then I think I won. I don't know.
No, I was able to turn it in the last second in the last game. I beat you with like 2 points.
Okay, right, so we know that it can turn on its head. So let's guess these Blood Angels into combat, because it's the Assault Doctrine is active and that's what they like. So let's get these guys moving, shall we? Okay, so I'm Blood Angel, so I'm playing aggressively. There's no tact to what I'm doing, but that's what the Blood Angels do. They're thirsty. Not even though these guys bleed, but well, whatever. Okay, so the Assault Intercessors are moving up here with the Judicar. One of these guys moved to stay within 6 because the Primaris guy, Lieutenant, is going for the Destroyers. The other Blade Guard veteran, the guy who could, is going for the Plasma Sight, and then the other 2 are going for the Destroyer Lord. And then this guy is just staying within that objective because need to. And then the biker is just with the Overlord. So we'll do some shooting and we'll see what happens. Okay, so fired a bunch of stuff. These warriors keep dying but keep coming back. The destroyers don't. The Eradicators killed 1, and then he just popped the last one, just popped around the corner and pew! And then over here, everyone hit, some of them wounded, but just didn't do anything in the end, did it? So unfortunately, so assault phase. So let's get some charges going, shall we? Yeah. Okay, so that assault, the Assault Intercessors got rid of the entire unit of warriors, and then, not in this particular order, but then the Overlord killed my biker. The Chaplain Captain combo killed the Destroyer Lord, and the Primaris Blade Guard guy killed the Plasmancer. So I get a tasty few points for that. I actually get another 2 VP from my awesome moment for that, and I will get another tasty, even more points at the end of the battle for Assassinate. Yay! So we're going into Mike's turn, and he can chop up some more of my boys. Okay, so Mike scored nothing again because he's ignoring these shiny yellow things. So the only thing that actually moved was...
I've got to move my Overlord.
Oh yeah, he's going to move his Overlord. You go ahead and move him now.
Yeah, sure. He's going to go 5 inches. He's actually going to move up to there.
Oh no. Okay, so that's happened, and the Reanimator moved over there. You couldn't do his Reanimator beam because they had to be within 6 inches, and the only thing you can do it for is the warriors. So he's slowly making his way over there anyway. So we're already going into the shooting phase, which is pretty much the only thing Necrons are really doing at the moment. But they got plenty of stuff to do it with, so let's see how that ends up. Okay, so shooting. The Reanimator managed to take a wound off the Assault Intercessor. My Blade Guard Veteran's down to 1 wound. And my Captain is down to 3 wounds. So all hanging in there. And I also forgot I scored another 4 VP for Relentless Assault last turn. So it's adding up a bit. But we still got a few more rounds to play. So we got assaults. Okay, so assaults. The Blade Guard Veteran is dead. The Chaplain is dead. The Captain survived and he killed the Royal Warden. The Overlord went last because the Judicar told him to, and the Judicar knocked him down to 2 wounds. The Judicar's still alive, and I only lost 1 Assault Intercessor to the Reanimator, and the Reanimator's down to 3 wounds, but at the start of Mike's turn he will go up to 4 if he's still alive because I live in metal. So we're going to turn... Oh no, I do have VPs because I get another 2 VPs because my guy was within 6 inches of the centre of the table, and another 1 because I didn't fail any leaderships or fall back. Correct?
Yep, that's right.
Awesome. So round 4, command phase. 1 objective, 2 objectives, so another 15. So math time. So we're currently at 58-2, but Mike has killed one of my characters, so we will get points at the end of the game for that one. So movement phase, let's do a few gubbins, and let's try and get some things moved around. Okay, so with movement done, my lieutenant moved around so he can do some stuff, and everyone else I just kept in combat. These guys probably can shoot someone, and I'll check. So we'll do some shooting, maybe. I got pistols in combat, so I'll shoot them, and then I'll shoot anything else if I can. And then we'll go into combat. So let's see what happens in the shooting phase first. So shooting was a bit ropey, especially ropey when I rolled a 1 when I supercharged my plasma pistol to command point it, but in the end, nothing happened, did it?
No,
I wounded. No, I didn't wound.
Yeah, but I saved it.
Yeah, but you saved it. And then these guys, only 2 hit, but then I failed to wound the crypto thralls with...
The buckets live on.
With them. Okay, so that happened. I almost wounded the Overlord with the Absolver bolt pistol though, so that was something, yeah. So now we're going to assault, so I only have 1 charge to make, and that is with the Lieutenant. And the Judicar is going to say to the Overlord, you know what, you can go last. So that's what's going to happen as well. Yeah, I know. So we'll do the assaults. So this is what happened in the assault. So the Lieutenant went in, killed what, 4 Necron warriors? 3? Yeah. But they all came back. Then they tried to hit the Captain, but Captain just went no. And then the Captain just battered a couple of them and they all died. And then I forgot, then the Reanimator killed one of my Assault Intercessors and they didn't do anything to him. And then the Judicar murdered their Overlord. So I got another 4 VPs because I have more models in his deployment zone than he has mine, and I got another 1 because I killed another character. So that's 5 already secondary objectives before the end of the round. So we're going into Necron Turn 4. Okay, so in the command phase, Mike scores 5 points because he has units on an objective at last, and his Reanimator gets 2 wounds back because of what?
Protocol of the Undying Legions. I've gone for Directive 1. Each time this unit uses a living metal ability, each model in the unit regains 1 additional lost wound.
Hooray! So that happened. So you can shoot some stuff, can't you?
Well, that's a monster. It can shoot into contact. They can't really shoot anything because I can't get close enough to shoot them with their pistols.
You can charge.
I could charge, but that's after the shooting phase. But I can at least shoot you with my funky beam.
Cool. So we'll just do movement and then we'll see if there's anything to shoot. The crypto thralls have moved. So now we do shooting. Okay, so the Reanimator fired, but then got 2 2s to wound, so which is a bit unfortunate. And so we're going into combat. Yep. And we'll probably have a charge again. So the Captain is going to have to take on everyone again. Okay, so the assault's Captain's still alive, and he managed to kill a few warriors, and 1 of them came back, and then the Lieutenant finished the rest off. I took 2 more wounds off the Reanimator, and the Reanimator didn't kill any Assault Intercessor, but he did take a wound off one of them. So, at the end of my turn, I get another 2 points because I'm within 6 inches of the centre, and I get another point for something. What do I get a point for?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Right, I think I just get 2. Wait a second. Oh, okay, character got destroyed.
Oh yeah, the Overlord.
I think I might have actually got that. So I just get 2 more points. So that brings me up to 7 additional points. Okay, so round 5, I get another 15 points. So we will do a total. So we're 80 points to 7, and this will be the last turn.
Wow.
Quite literally the last turn. So I'll do some moving around, and there'll be some shooting. So we'll do that. Okay, so the Judicar is moving in to fight the Reanimator, and the captain and lieutenant, well, the lieutenant's moving in to fight the Cryptothral. So the captain and the assault intercessor is going to fire the little pistols, maybe get rid of one of them, so we'll do that. Okay, so I supercharged my plasma and he didn't die, and I caused 2 wounds on the Reanimator, which is awesome, and then the captain failed to wound. So we have some charges to make, which won't fail because I get +1.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're all going to go in, and then we're going to finish off these Necrons. And hooray! So let's get on to this. And that's it. So I managed to kill everyone. The Reanimator did actually blow up, but luckily everyone's okay. So we'll do a final scores on the doors. Okay, so basically scores. It looks like 92-11. Right? Everyone will probably kick off that, but that seems about right. Mike knows what he's talking about, and he says that sounds
it's a
about
massive
right.
difference in points anyway, because I got absolutely spanked that game.
Yes, because basically I kind of kept on playing the objective game, and Mike unfortunately didn't, because he didn't want to get too close to me. But unfortunately I got those 2 nice objectives by here, which is very handy, and I also doubled up on the character killing points because I had the awesome moment, and I also kept someone within 6 inches of the centre gaining me 2 every turn. Yeah. So in the end that was 10 points, apart from the first round. And with my channel we always do man of the matches. Now with the Blood Angels, I feel like obviously pretty much designed to win. There's a little chuckle. It seems to be like the people who write the rules tend to do quite make the Space Marines quite well.
The golden boys are 40.
Yeah.
You can't beat them, but they are very, very...
Mainly I'll want to be playing Necrons. As much as I love the Blood Angels, I used to have them before, which they're cool. I like it. It's nice red. Okay, so my man of the match, Judicar did good. Honourable mention to him.
Judicar did really well.
But I think my captain, because the relic I gave him, not the relic, the warlord trait I gave him, because I took the thingy, which I mentioned at the beginning of the game, gave him his feel no pain, and I think he passed 3 of them, 4 of them,
at least 4,
and
at least 4 feel no pain.
He's got 3 wounds on him, so that proved, and also he killed scarabs. We won't mention that. He killed the Destroyer Lord.
Yeah.
He Warden.
A squad of warriors.
And a Warden.
And he killed the murder buckets. Oh no, the lieutenant did that.
Yeah. I'm guessing your man of the match would probably be your Overlord, maybe?
Do you know what? I'm actually going to give it to the elephant in the room, the Canoptek Reanimator.
Oh yeah, because I pretty much for about 3
it was
turns.
The last thing I had on the table.
Yeah.
The Canoptek Reanimator is like the whipping boy of the Necrons army because it's considered to be their worst unit because it's overpriced. It doesn't do as much as it should for it. But actually, guys, get yourself a Novak army, get about 3 of them, and just charge them into combat. And they're not that bad.
Yeah, because I think that unit of Necron warriors, they took a lot of hits. Because they reanimated on a 4 because of him.
Yeah.
Awesome. And if there was a unit of 20, even better. So that's the first game done. Obviously Mr. haven't played much, pretty much a noob over here. Probably do a few more games of this. Probably I mentioned I might probably do more combat patrol size missions because I can get a smaller gaming mat and less terrain, which is cheap and easy, and it's quicker to play, so I'll be able to get more reports up. And I hope you enjoyed that. I know it's the format, you don't really see many dice rolls in this, it's more recap, but it kind of gets the battle reports a little bit quicker. And if you have any recommendations for armies for Necrons, Blood Angels, let us know. because I like to try and use them. And if you think you've done anything wrong, like literally these things, these cards, like I need to really read them and put them into piles where I need them, because I'm like struggling.
You want to be looking for synergies with the cards. See
Yeah.
what they work well with, and keeping them out ready. I tend to line all my cards up with what I want.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Just pick 'em.
yeah. The only synergy I got right was the captain, lieutenant, chaplain combo.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah, but yeah, it's nice. It's a different change to Flames of War, and yeah, and as I mentioned before in the beginning, you 40k fans, if you like historical gaming, have a look at Flames of War. And I also have a few Lord of the Rings stuff, which is also Games Workshop. If you want to waste your money on that as well, that's available. So as I say in this channel, in these difficult times, stay safe, everyone, and if you like it, have a little subscribe and keep looking out for games. So stay safe.